Hey guys, Sandy here. Welcome back to my channel. Today is February 18th and this is our sketch for Follow a Sketch February. It is kind of on a slant and has some big half circles here, and it is a one photo sketch. So I am going to be playing with my Punta Cana stuff. So let's see what I can do. All right, guys, so I am starting out with two about 4.5-inch strips, and I've got that in that pink color and in that teal color. Now I am going to build my layout on this really nice bright green. So this is a color that is definitely in the Punta Cana album, so I'm not feeling like any of these things are way out of place. However, if I didn't have this green already in the album, I probably wouldn't use it for, I would probably use it for this layout, but not for this photo, because the photo isn't any kind of epic photo. It's just a shot of our table and chairs right outside of our room into our swim out room. So it's really cool. You walk out your door, you have a table and chairs and a couple of little loungers, and you have a swim out room. Like it is the best experience in the world. I'm telling you guys, it was just fantastic. So I know that I'm going to have a title, and I've got this word sweet, so I figured that this would be completely appropriate. I would figure out whatever the rest of the words are later. I just knew that sweet was gonna go. So I have my photo matted on a 4.5 by 6.5 inch piece of pattern paper. That's going to give me a nice large mat around the outside of the photo. And I do want that bit of pink kind of statement right there because this green is a wild green, you guys. It is actually an Easter. It's the B-side to an Easter pattern paper, so it definitely has that, you know, whole spring is sprung kind of vibe going on here. Now, the sketch has a bunch of half circles up at the top of the layout. But honestly, you guys, I don't want to deal with circles right now. My dies are all packed up. I don't want to draw circles. I don't want to try to cut out circles. I just don't want to mess with that right now. Doesn't sound like a fun time. And since, you know, scrapbooking is my hobby and I enjoy it and I want to have a fun time, I'm going to do something that works for me. And that is going to be a bunch of rectangles and squares of pattern paper that are going to live on the top of the cluster instead of the circles. Now, it does look like there could be some sketchiness going on. It looks like it could be a little bit of sewing. My sewing machine is packed. Definitely not going to sew. And, you know, I thought about we could make this whole top part mixed media. But I was like, nope, it's been a long day at work and I'm just not feeling it. So I'm going to do something else. And you guys, you have to give yourself permission to do that. And you have to be okay with doing that. So there have been many times where I've thought I was going to go one direction with the sketch, but for whatever reason, I've gone another one. Now, when I saw this sketch, I thought mixed media at the top, some sketchy drawing, you know, very, very watercolory, all kinds of good stuff, right? And I'm just not feeling it. So I have decided to go with these squares, and I'm happy with it. I am completely happy with the result of this layout. Now, is this a sketch that I would like to revisit when I have the umption to do a bunch of fun mixed media? You bet your sweet bippy I would like to revisit this sketch. And that's the great thing about sketches, right? Like you could go back, you could use a sketch multiple times and have a little bit of something different every time that you completed a layout. And that is what I imagine will happen when I come back to this sketch. Now, as you can see, I added that circular die cut here underneath of the title. Now, in the sketch, it is a full circle, but I decided in my actual layout that I was going to tuck it underneath, so you would only see about 3/4 of the circle. So I put on the word paradise, so the title is Sweet Paradise. Eventually, I will add in a phrase that says live in the sunshine underneath of there, so there will be all kinds of words going on. Now, I did do a little bit of a tear down here at the bottom, which is not in the sketch whatsoever. I just felt like I needed to break up this green paper because it's kind of in your face. So putting this little tear down here and then using the same paper that is matting my photo, that's going to bring it and make it feel like one cohesive unit, as opposed to, oh, Sandy tore some paper and then threw something behind there. Like, right? Like it just makes it feel better. So now I'm going to go through my sticker books and my my brain is blanking, you guys, and sticker sheets, and I'm going to decorate up a little bit. So of course I use that pineapple foam thicker over here on the left hand side. So I brought in the kind of long bordery type sticker, and that has a pineapple on it as well. So I've got some sort of consistent theming. And then over here, I decided to go ahead and add on basically, I think it's a banana tree leaves. I went ahead and added those on as well. I thought about bringing in some acrylic clouds, but I liked the placement, but I didn't like the fact that the papers were kind of cutting the cloud in half. It just didn't sit well with me, so I ended up not using the clouds on the layout. But I do find some clear stickers. Now, these are Heidi Swap stickers that have been in my little Punta Cana stash for a hot minute. So I'm going to go ahead and use a bunch of those up. I have done some arrows. I grab a geotag that says you are here, and I'm going to place that down as well. And now I'm getting to the end, and I'm thinking that my layout is almost finished. Now, do I have space for journaling? I do. Am I going to journal on this layout? Probably not. So if you guys have watched any of my recent videos where I am scrapbooking our Punta Cana trip, you realized, because I've told you multiple times, I guess, not just you realized, you know, I have a lot of photos that don't need a lot of explanation. So I talk about it once, and I don't need to keep on talking about it. And that is this with this swim out room, because I've talked about it before in the album. It's been on the layouts. I don't have much more to say about it, so I don't feel the need to fill my layout with text. So I'm going to add in a couple of hearts here at the end. I've got a tiny little bit of gold going on the layout to give me that little bit of sparkle and shine that I like to have for the Punta Cana layouts. And then I'm going to wrap this one up and call this one good and call this one finished. So here it is, you guys, my Sweet Paradise layout. What am I doing here? Oh, I needed to add a little bit more adhesive to that heart. And then that is finally going to do it. What am I doing? Oh, I thought I was going to put on this gold paper clip because it's cute and short and stumpy, but it doesn't stay there. It ends up back on the shelf with the rest of the supplies. And then I thought about using that black mat, and I didn't like that either, so off that goes. And then that is finally going to do it for this layout, you guys. Thank you so much for watching. Be sure to join the Scrapping Reflections Facebook group so that you can play along with Follow a Sketch February, and I will see you guys again real soon for another video.